Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday to you. This is Mark, and I gotta be honest, I've been missing y'all this week. If you don't know, I've been kind of under the weather this past week, and I'm not quite perfect yet, but I'm getting close to back to full strength. And since I have to shoot a file overview video for each one of these new designs that I rolled out on Friday, I figured I might as well just shoot this one live because what could possibly go wrong? Honestly, I more than likely I just really missed you guys, and I kind of fooling myself into thinking that this is for work when I actually just want to see my friends. That's probably it. Anyway, today I'm going to go over the file for this barn birdhouse design here, and we're just going to do it live. And of course, I'm going to attach this. I'm going to upload this to YouTube later, and then put it in the listing, all that kind of thing, so you guys can watch it whenever you need. But as you see on the screen right here is it's funny. I never know which way to point. This one right here is what the design looks like. Let's take a little closer look at it. And yeah, so this is what the design looks like. It fits on two pieces of 11 by 19 material. I made it out of MDF. You can read about this in the description. But we're going to go over how to put this together from the file perspective. So let me just move the file up here and take a look at it together. You'll see in all the file formats, you'll see that I have black lines equal cut and red equals score. Make sure you do not cut the red lines. If you do, this is going to be a mess. You'll have to do it over, okay? So black lines are cut, red lines are score. And let me address this for newbies. When you load this into your software, it depends on what you're using. The Glowforge will just simply see this as two separate sets of lines. It won't actually show you what color the lines are, but it will divide them separately. So make sure you score the red ones. If you're using something like Lightburn, you're probably going to need to change the color of the lines to something that matches your settings, but you probably know how to do that already. So let me just mention that before we go further. I have not been talking for a while. This is fun. And then I also have a sample slot up here at the top. It's 0.122 inches. If you want to check first, which you always should, go ahead and just cut this one slot, take the corner of your material, stick it through that slot and see how it fits. If you like the way it fits, then you can go ahead and cut the rest of the design. If it needs to be adjusted, then you're going to need to adjust several slots here in this design. I'll show you really quickly which ones you're going to need to adjust if needed. This one here, these two here, and these two are roof pieces, and they are identical. So if you have to adjust the slots, just adjust this one and then copy paste and make it like this because they're identical. This is another roof piece. Slot here, slot here. You need to adjust those. Just make one of them and then duplicate because they're identical again. And then you've got the bird perch, which is right here. You need to adjust that. And then now here's one thing you could do. There's this slot, the bottom slot, and then the other side slot here. You'll need to adjust those potentially as well. But these barn pieces are identical other than that this one has the slot for the perch and this one has the loft opening, the loft window. You could copy and paste this over and just delete those because this one's identical as well. So it's up to you. But those are the things that you might need to adjust based on the thickness of your material. All right. So let me just, I'm going to kind of deconstruct this entire page so that we can look at it together and kind of lay the pieces out the way that they go. I'm going to take my time here because I want this to be comfortable for you guys. I'm going to make my I'm going to make my workspace bigger so that the white is better contrast for you. And we'll take a look at what we got here. All right. So what you've got is, of course, you got the front and the back pieces. Let me drag these out here. There's the front and the back. And I'm going to go ahead and just rotate this. I know we can't do it completely in 3D here, but I want to try to make it easiest for you to see how this goes together. Then I'll come back and I'll make another video when I actually have the live pieces in my hand. So that's the front and the back. And then the floor is right here, this piece here. And you see that's the slot right into there and right into there. And it does not slot to the left and right. It just simply butts up against it. And then let me move these little pieces out of the way here. And then what we've got is we've got the sides. Now, these tend to look the same. Let me zoom in a little bit. They tend to look the same on both sides because it looks like they have tabs on both sides. They actually don't. It only fits one way. And if you take this and you line it up with the slot in the side of the barn there, you'll see that this side is the side that goes in there. If you were to rotate it 90 degrees, whoops, rotate it 90 degrees like this. Yep. Rotate it like this. You'll see that it's too short. It doesn't fit there. So it's pretty easy to tell which way it goes because it only fits one way. So that's one side piece. And then, of course, that goes into this slot and into this one as you put them together. And then here's the other side piece right here. So you've got the floor, the two side pieces, and then you've got the roof. Now, I want to show you this back up on the picture up here. There's 5 pieces to the roof total. There's 2 pairs and then one that just sits on top. You'll see in the other pictures, this one right here is longer than this one. It sticks out further. So let's go back down here and you'll see which one I'm talking about. This one right here is the one that sticks out further. And then this is the shorter version, the shorter one that are out to the ends. So what's going to happen is, I know it's going to look strange. Let me rotate these. You're going to put this on just like this right here. Wow, that is a terrible angle. But you see that this piece is going to go on just like this, right over that tab there. And then the other one's going to go right here. And then the shorter one will then go right next to it. Now, I have found that when I'm assembling these, it's a little easier for me if I put in this piece first, right in here, because I need to get up under the other one. So if I put this one right in here first, and then this one, it's easier. Okay, so the one on the outside first, then this one outside, then this one. And then you're going to have a little small flat spot at the top. And this one just takes a moment to pay attention to here. But if you'll take this piece right here, you'll be able to then put it right on top there and just run a bead of glue right down the middle there where these two pieces come together, and then set this one on it and let it be flush on the back side and sticking out on the front. We'll go back up to the picture here again. So you see there, it's, let me zoom in if I can. Yeah, so it's flush at the back, it's sticking out at the front. Just put a bead of glue right down the middle of these two roof pieces, and then just set that one there, balance it for a second. The glue should start to grab, and then you'll be good to go. So that's where all the, this is the roof piece that goes over here. I'm not going to angle it right there. Other roof piece goes right there. And then you are almost done. Now what you have left is the pieces that go around the windows and the door. So you have the barn door at the front. I'll rotate these right there. Let's rotate that one. And I'll zoom in here again. And these guys will just go right up against the bottom, right like this. Right like that. Just glue them on just like that. And then you'll take the pieces that, you'll take the pieces that go, and then you'll take the pieces that go right here. Let me grab all these pieces and bring them down. All right. And then these pieces will go right on top of the door, the barn door right here. Actually, I'll move that up because one goes under it. Right like this. And then another one goes underneath it. And then this one goes there, and you got one there, one there. I'll go back to the reference piece again. You see this right here. See, you've got top pieces, the X, and the bottom piece. So that's pretty straightforward. And then really all you got left to do is the perch, which of course, as you imagine, goes right in that hole right there. And then the pieces that go around the top window. And you are done assembling your barn. Couple tips that I would suggest. I would put the basic structure of the barn together, the floor, the two sides, and put dabs of glue there and let that dry. Lay it down sideways like this so maybe the doors are facing up. Let it dry. Maybe put a giant rubber band around it. After it dries, then you can start to put the rest of the pieces together. I think you're going to really love this one. I'll come back here later today or tomorrow with another video that shows me putting the actual physical pieces together, but I figured going over the file in this way would really help you a lot. Hope you guys have fun with it. Show me what you guys make. I'd love to see them.